I want you to think about this question. If someone was just going to give you, for no reason at all, you didn't do anything to earn it, $10 million, how would you respond? And would that be a good thing or not? The thing that I've learned about life is that it's not what you get, but what you become. Now, I know that a lot of you are just going to instantly be excited about this proposition, but I want you to really think about this because that's what this video is about. All right. I want you to think about, would this actually be a good thing or a bad thing? You can think about it in terms of for yourself, but then it might help to think about it in terms for someone else. Like if someone you knew was given $10 million, just given it to them, would you consider that to be a good thing for them in the long run or a bad thing? Sometimes when you're in situations where you're trying to decide what is best for you, it's best to look at it if it were someone else beside you. So I did this talk where I was talking about this, and it just came out on Instagram a couple of days ago. And there's a lot of negative reactions. They're saying I was lying because in this video, I said that I would not accept it. I would not want someone to give me $10 million. For the people that said I was lying, I'm not lying. I'm not lying about this. I don't want $10 million. I don't want anything that I haven't earned. That's what it comes down to. And the perspective that I have, having made millions of dollars, is that it's not the end all be all. It doesn't matter. I know that coming up, that making a lot of money isn't going to change your life. It's not going to change your life in the sense that it's not going to make you more happy. It's not going to make you more fulfilled in life. Yeah, it'll change the kind of car that you drive. It'll change the kind of things that you can do. But it is not going to significantly change your life. And if you think that money is going to solve that problem in your life, whatever problems you're facing, you're wrong. In fact, money can be a distraction, and it can also be something that exacerbates your issues in life. I always say that money is a multiplier. This is something that I think is really important to understand, is money will multiply you. Right? So whatever it is. So if you're a junkie and you get money, you're going to be more of a junkie. You're going to be more of a drug addict. Okay. If you're an asshole and you get money, you'll be a big asshole. All right. To people. All right. If you're a good person and you get money, you'll be more of a good person. Right. Whatever attributes that you have, money will magnify. It'll magnify you as a person. So it's not just getting the money, but for me, I'd like to earn $10 million. That's true. It's not something that I would want. I don't play the lottery because I don't want to win the lottery. Right. I don't want to be given something that I haven't earned, because I've learned, like I said, in coming up in the world and going from broke to making a lot of money, and going from lazy and fat and not good with women, not socially strong, not having very high status at all, to coming up and solving all those issues and constantly reaching the next goal, writing books, like all kinds of things that I've done in life. I've realized that those things, it's not the thing that matters. It's always that process of who you become. Sure, it could solve some of my short-term problems, having $10 million given to me, but in the long term, it's not a net benefit to me in my life. Instead, who I become and what I learn along the way is way more important. Some people said I should take it and donate it. That's an interesting thing. But again, if you donated it, then you would be given the credit for doing that. Now, the solution that I came up with, actually, someone had mentioned this when I gave this talk at one of the conferences. He said I should donate. And I said, well, if you did do it, I could do that. I could see that if someone gave you $10 million donating it, you'd have to do it anonymously so that no one knows that you donated. In that case, I would agree. Sure, take the $10 million, donate it anonymously, so you get no credit for that. All right. And that would be fine. And then it would be something that you did. Then you could give yourself a pat on the back for doing that, because it would be something that you actually did, and you could feel good about that. Some people said they'd invest it. All right. Again, this is kind of a loophole here. And there's a couple of questions I would have about this, right? One guy said, I would invest the 10 million and make 15 million off of it, and then give them back 15 million or something. I think he was saying that he's invested 10 million and turned it to 30 million and give them 15 million or something like that, or 25 million. He'd have his 10 million to give them back 15. And here's something to think about that. All right. For you guys is, if you can invest 10 million and make 10 million, why can't you invest what do you have right now in your bank account? The $1,000 you have, and make 1,000, turn it into 2,000. Why can't you invest your 10,000, make it 20,000? Why can't you invest your 100,000 and make it 200,000? See, you think that by having 10 million, you're going to be able to turn it into 20 million. No, you could do that, right? If you can take your 1,000 and turn it to 2,000. Most people can't do that. So first work on that. And if you can do that and you continually do that, it won't take you very long, right? If we do this, let's just do the math on this. It's real simple here. Okay, we have $1,000. Okay, let's double it. So now you have 2,000. Let's double it. Now you got 4,000. Double again, you got 8,000. Double again, you got 16,000. Double again, you got 32,000. Double again, you got 64,000. Double again, you got 128,000. Double again, you got 256,000. Double again, you got 512,000. Double again, you got $1 million basically. Double again, you got 2 million. Double again, you got 4 million. Double again, you got 8 million. Double again, you got 16 million. So that's it. So all you got to do is keep on doubling your money and you can have $16 million anyway. So you don't really need someone to give you $10 million. You see what I'm saying? You start with 100,000, it'll be a much faster process. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And even if you said, okay, I could invest it, you're still be given an unfair advantage. It still violates that principle of not earning something. You think just by investing it that you've earned it. But yeah, if you give me $100 million, I can make $10 million off of that. I can get 10% return on it. That doesn't entitle me to say that I've earned the $10 million. All right. And all this is based off of a principle, right? I did this series on principles and I was talking about principles I live my life by. And the principle that I'm talking about here is I only want what I've earned. This is important, guys, to live by this principle of only wanting what you've earned. A lot of the jealousy, a lot of the frustrations that you have in life, a lot of the discontent that you have in life is wanting what you haven't earned. If you only want what you earned, you're going to be happy. You're going to be content in life because whatever you got, you deserved. And you believe that. And you don't believe that you deserve something that someone else has, right? A lot of the problems that you have in life, a lot of the issues that you face are going to be because you believe you're entitled or you deserve something that someone else has. And if you only want what you've earned, it solves that problem. All right. So like I said, I did a video on principles on this. In fact, what you want to maybe check out is this longer video I did talking about principles. I did a talk at both the Conference of Masculine Excellence and then the 21 Convention. I think the Conference of Masculine Excellence, we'll put a link in the description or in the cards. And you can watch that entire series on principles that I live my life by, the principles of being a man. All right. The other thing about this is that if we talk about like why is it important to only want what you've earned, one good example I have is let's say that you're given a $10 million. So at first it seems like a good thing. And then you go to the club, you pop some bottles, get some table service there. You're celebrating your money. You invite all your friends, invite a bunch of people. They come and they congratulate you. And you got to start to think, wait a minute, why? What did I do to deserve this? Right? Everyone's going to be congratulating you, thinking you're awesome, befriending you. And you got to realize that it's all fake, that it's meaningless. You don't deserve it. And because you don't deserve it, it'd be like getting a marathon medal without running a marathon. And so what's going to happen is that you're going to feel more empty. Whereas if you earn $10 million, if you built a business and you sold that business for $10 million, you go to the club, you celebrate. It's going to be a much greater celebration when people are like, wow, you're so awesome. And they're congratulating you. It's because of something you did, not because you won the lottery or someone gave you $10 million. So think about that. Again, now this is not to say that we're doing this thought experiment because someone's going to give you $10 million and you need to figure out what you're going to do in that situation. It's because you're given small versions of this all along your path in life. And it's really about what you want. It's all about wanting something that you haven't earned. And so if you can go through this thought experiment, you can realize that you wouldn't want someone to give you $10 million. It's going to help you to realize that you only want what you earned. That is the reality of life. There's a good Zig Ziglar quote where he says, the real benefit of having goals is what you become by reaching them, which is true, right? You don't want to have goals just like earning $1 million, earning $10 million. That in itself is worthless. It's who you become in that process of reaching them. That is what is really valuable in life. If you want to check out more on this, check out the Bulldog Mindset membership. I've got a whole financial section in there, and I've got a video on quitting your job and getting free. Go watch that video so you can learn how to actually earn your way. There's a video on limiting debt. Okay. There's a video on how to make true passive income that tells you step by step how to do these things, which is really important. And if you do that and you go and you learn these things and you become successful and you make money because of that, you'll have earned it. You'll feel a much greater reward. Because some people, I think a lot of people that were commenting were upset because they're poor, because they're in debt, because they're like, of course I would take $10 million. You're such a bullshitter, John. You're lying. You're full of crap. You think you're better than us. No, not at all. Okay. You feel this way because you're trapped, because you feel like there's no solution for you. There's no way that you're going to be able to get there. So instead you're saying, well, if I could just get the shortcut to get there, I would take it. And so would you. That's not true. That's not true because see, the difference between me and you is that I know I can see the path of getting there. I can see how I can earn $10 million. You can't see that path, so you think that no one can see that path. At least some of you, you know if I'm talking to you. But anyway, check out the Bulldog Mindset membership. I'll show you how to do it. It's not that hard. It will require hard work, but it's not that hard once you understand these concepts and you get rid of this victim mindset and you get rid of this idea of wanting something that you haven't earned. The big thing I'll say about this in conclusion, which I just mentioned briefly, is that poor people stay poor because of a poor mindset. All right. Not one wealthy person that I know disagrees with my viewpoint on if someone gave you $10 million, right? Now, there might be someone out there, I'm sure, but almost all of my entrepreneurial friends that are multimillionaires, same thing. When I've said this to them, they've agreed with this because it's true. And so you have to really think about this is that if your mindset is poor, if your mindset is a victim mindset, if your mindset is one where you want handouts, where you want to have things that you haven't earned, then you're going to be stuck with other people who have that mindset. And that's why they're poor. They're poor because they're taking what they can get. They don't have the mindset of I can earn it and I only want what I've earned. So I'm going to work extra hard and I'm going to get what I want out of life. They're hoping that they're going to win the lottery. They're hoping that they're going to get a lucky break. And that shows through in your mindset and your mentality. So if you want to become successful, like I said, you have to get rid of this idea. Let me know though. Let me know what you guys think about this. Again, I'm sincere in saying that I would not accept $10 million. I would not want to win the lottery. I would not. If I earned it, that's a totally different story, but I don't want it. I don't want a free handout. I never want a free handout in life. I don't want pity. I don't want anything that I haven't earned. How about you?